Hello, Wanderers. Welcome back to our Crusader Kings 3 roleplay series following Kaiserin Margaret of the Roman Empire. And in that last episode, we ended on a little bit of an interesting decision, and that was a decision to potentially form a new hybrid culture, a ruling class culture of Saxons with some Greek influence. And that is exactly what I did between episodes, and that is why, as you can see, Kaiserine Marguerite is now of the Sax-Romish culture. Now, I got this name suggestion or the idea for it from one of the comments in a previous episode, and honestly, I like the way it sounds. Obviously, this is essentially means Saxon Romans or the Saxo-Romans in German. And so I think that this is fairly fitting. I don't know if this is exactly accurate, but I like the way it looks. I like the way it sounds. And I like the way it feels. And so that's what I've gone with for our culture name, the Sax-Romish culture. Now, for our choices here, we've got some interesting ones. And I did listen to some of your guys' suggestions in the comments. And I think some of you guys will be happy. Some of you guys will question my decisions, but some of you always question my decisions, and that's kind of on you. So for our ethos, we have chosen the bureaucratic ethos. Now, if we had been playing as Manuel when we made our culture, I probably would have stuck with the stoic ethos. But considering we're playing Kaiserin Margaret, who is not only somebody who is very understanding of bureaucratic matters, but she's also a very hands-off ruler, shy, humble, content. And so to me, that really leans into this idea of leaning into the bureaucracy that the Greeks had in place after the previous dynasties fell to the Crusaders. And despite the fact that we have a new German ruling class that is starting to move into these lands, the administrators of the court, all of those like middle managers of the empire, they're probably still almost entirely Greek. The people who are running things day to day are still Greek people. And so I think that keeping this kind of bureaucracy in place is something that fits for Kaiserine Marguerite, and it also gives us some really nice bonuses here. So the main thing being is that we can adopt administrative government type without having to have the 70 or so counties that it required before. So that's nice. So we can start working towards switching over to an administrative government pretty soon. We're just going to need the money for it. Then we also get monthly lifestyle experience plus 10%, which is a pretty nice little bonus. Cultural fascination progress plus 5%. That's pretty good. Minority vassal opinion for different culture vassals minus 10%. That's going to hurt us a little bit because we do have a fair amount of vassals who are not of our culture, but we'll deal with it. And then all Sax-Romish counties get plus 15% development. That's not going to help because, as you can see, no counties are Sax-Romish. And that is a choice that I made, even though when you create a hybrid culture, a bunch of counties always turn into your new culture. As somebody pointed out in the comments as well, I don't think it makes sense that this large population of very proud Greek people are just all of a sudden going to start, considering themselves, Saxon Romans here. That's mostly reserved for this upper class nobility that are Saxons that are coming in and are learning to speak Greek and are learning some of these Greek customs. But the Saxon customs aren't going down to the general population just yet. A city like Constantinople probably does have a very large German population moving into it at this point. Probably not enough to completely displace the native Greek population. But elsewhere in the Greek lands, yeah, there's no way that these people are considering themselves anything other than Greek. So So yeah, that's what we went with the bureaucratic ethos there, and that's why all the cultures are still Greek. It's that will be fine though because our acceptance with the Greek culture is at 100%. So the Greek people are getting used to this new ruling class here. For our cultural pillars, we have taken the Central Germanic heritage. Obviously, our Germanic heritage is still something that's very important and kind of core to not only the Rabe family, but to the nobles that have come in. We still consider ourselves to be German at our core. Um, our language though is the Greek language, and that is primarily because, like I said, all of the middle managers, all of the administrative class are Greek, all of the lower class are Greek, and you have to consider too that the Rabe family has been speaking Greek primarily, presumably for the last two generations. Manuel was a Greek speaker; he learned Greek from a young age from his mother, Alexandra. He probably spent most of his rule speaking Greek because even though, he interacted with the mercenaries and stuff a lot who were speaking presumably German and other languages, to manage his realm, he was still relying on that administrative Greek class. And so he was probably speaking Greek more than he was speaking German. He spent pretty much his entire life here in Greece. And so yeah, he was learning that. Same with Kaiserin Marguerite. She was also spent most of her life here in Constantinople. She did spend a little bit of time in Germany, but for the most part, she has probably been speaking Greek as well. And so I think it makes a lot of sense that the Greek language is the primary language of this new kind of ruling class. We're managing our realm affairs in Greek, but just with like a little bit of a German kind of, probably a German accent to it. The marshal is men only. We didn't have a choice there, and I probably wouldn't have changed it anyways. And then Saxe Romish aesthetics. Our naming practices are Saxon, so the ruling class will retain their German names. Architecture is Byzantine. We got to keep that Greek architecture here. Fashion, Holy Roman Imperial. Coat of arms, we got a mix here. And military equipment, Continental European. That's because our professional soldiers are primarily still German. So there we go. That's what we chose for our cultural pillars. Now, for our traditions, you'll see that we only have 6 out of 8, despite the fact that we were allowed to choose 7. And that's because I didn't think that 2 of them were entirely fitting. So the ones we have chosen are palace politics. So I kept this one because, considering we've had characters like Damocles in our court, various other Greek characters who have been part of our council and things like that, I think that the palace politics from the Byzantine era, it's still going on. All of this, like I keep referring to this administrative class that we have, they're all still Greek and they're all still doing things the way that they've been doing things for, hundreds of years. So some really nice bonuses from this. We could found the Varangian Guard if there were any Norse people left. There are not. Obviously, the Norse are long gone and they've transitioned into being Swedish, Norwegian, Danish, etc. So we won't actually be able to use this decision because, as far as I can tell, you need to have Norse people around for it still. But we can appoint the. Oh no, we can't. We can't do the next one here either because that requires the Varangian Guard. But we get a bunch of bonuses. We can blind people, castrate people. We can still have eunuchs in the court. The ambitious trait is more common. Bunch of various bonuses here. I won't go through them all, but you can take a look at that if you want. So yeah, I think the palace politics is still going strong. Cultivated sophistication here. Yeah, I kept this one because I think that despite the fact that we are still German at our core, we have taken on a lot of the Greek and Roman sense of superiority, I guess you could say. This is why, we still have, the architecture of the Byzantines and I think to some extent, this new Saxe-Romish culture is going to be kind of considered a very cultured, very sophisticated culture. And so, interesting bonuses from this. The convert to local culture decision causes stress gain. It's avoided by rulers. Other culture rulers are more likely to hybridize with this culture, which is interesting. Constructing or upgrading estate buildings provides plus 20 development growth to the estate's county, blah, blah, blah. Monthly influence, diplomatic range, cultural fascination progress minus 10%. Bonuses and negatives from this one, as they all have. And then from the German side, we've kept the reverence for veterans, some interesting little bonuses towards your veteran characters here. We've got the stand and fight, which makes our retinues, our professional soldiers even stronger. And obviously that is important simply because we are, the Rabe family is built from a house of mercenaries. The ruling caste, this could make sense from either side, honestly, the German side or the Greek side. And then we've also got religious patronage because, well, it's Marguerite and she's a very zealous woman. So those are the ones we went with there. The ones that we didn't choose, if we take a look here, we can actually see them here. It was Imperial Tagmata. This one gives you those special Greek men-at-arms. I didn't really pick this one because I don't think that our professional soldiers are Greek. I think that our professional soldiers are primarily German. And so I didn't really think that this one was fitting. I didn't really want to be bringing in all of these kind of Greek troops as our professional soldiers here. Just didn't really feel right. And then this one could be a little contentious. I didn't pick Roman ceremonies, and although we do claim to be the heirs to the Roman Empire, I don't think that, I think because we are still fundamentally a German culture, I think that some of these Roman ceremonies would just seem like a little bit too far from the culture that the nobility here would know. This new Saxon nobility. I don't think that they would necessarily take on all of these kind of really like deeply Roman traditions. Like I said, I could see this one being a little bit contentious, but I just feel like this one brought us too far over to the Roman Greek side of things, where while at the core, we still are a German culture here. So that was my choices there. And as you can see, because we only chose 6 out of 8, we can get some new traditions. And so we could go through any of these. And if you guys want to go into your own game and take a look at which ones we can choose here, by all means, offer some suggestions. Do we want to go legalistic or metal workers, parochialism? Maybe we want to do some of these interesting warfare ones, such as stalwart defenders or strength in numbers, swords for hire could be a fitting one. There's all these social ones as well. You can go and take a look at your own game if you want to go and find that, and let me know which ones you think that we should choose to work on next. We're going to need to build up some prestige before we get any of these expensive ones, so it's perfectly, we got some time is all I'm saying there. We also got a bunch of Greek innovations, so that is good. We could choose what our next fascination is going to be, and I think we're going to just go with the sappers one here in order to, finish it off because it's very close to being done. This is going to increase our siege phase time, which is always a nice boost, and then we'll figure out which one to go from there, because obviously we are the new culture head. So there you go. That's the Saxe-Romish culture, the Saxo-Romans, and hope you like it. In any case, that was our explanation of that. Where are we at in the world? Well, we're still in Greece, obviously, but our armies are way over here in Aragon doing these sieges, trying to assist our French allies against the Aragonese, and they're on automated, so I'm just going to leave them to it. And we'll get time rolling here. So, yeah, our husband has joined our court, as somebody pointed out in the last episode. He lost his lands, and so we brought him to our court, which, you know, is probably going to make us happy simply because, you know, he is our soulmate, despite being an evil ravener. So, but that does give us the assist ruler bonus here, which is going to give us a nice little boost to our stats there. And yeah, nothing wrong with that. I think he did bring a friend of his along with as well. Yeah, Victor du Bibarteau, who's just a French knight who came along with him. So that is that's good to see there. Oh, we can ask our head of faith for gold, and that is a lot of gold, and I am absolutely going to ask him for that. We can also designate a guardian for our son, Johan. I thought I named him Johannes. Did I not? He's just Johan now, so okay. Who's gonna raise him? You know what? I think we have. Oh yes, Manuel Holobolos. He is getting the learning education here. So I think that we're gonna keep going with that. So I am going to send him to learn from Manuel. Too expensive to send him to university, so that's perfectly fine over there. We'll get him learning from one of the best. In terms of the inactive accolades can be reinstated, I guess we'll get one of these going again. The Knight Most Wroth. Abdullah? Sure, why not? So there we go with that. Let's just make sure everything looks good over here. Yeah, we've got Victor is fighting now. Manuel Holobolos, our spymaster physician court. No, okay, you're going to be forbidden. Our husband forbidden as well because he's not a particularly capable warrior. The rest of that looks completely fine. We do get nice bonuses now to our men-at-arms because of one of those Greek traditions. So the size of our men-at-arms gets boosted way up. We can also get potentially another men-at-arms regiment. If I was gonna do any, I would probably do, I mean, we've got a lot of good ones. Trebuchets are maxed out, light horsemen. We've got pikemen. We don't really have, wow, we've got a ton of pikemen. We don't really have any like archers or anything. We probably could get some crossbowmen, but our money situation isn't looking perfect right now. One last thing I do want to do before we really get time rolling is that there is an active election in the Holy Roman Empire that we can vote on because of our lands here in Vogtland. And we do have somebody who we can vote for now. And I think if I take a look here, yeah, Duke Humbert of Ostphalen. This guy is our brother-in-law. He's wedded to our sister princess Agath. And so, and yeah, I mean, he's a very powerful, I mean, look at this. Look at the land he owns here. That's actually pretty extensive lands here in northern Germany. And so we're going to vote for him to potentially be the next Holy Roman Emperor. And his rank isn't super high, but you know what? That's where we're gonna put our vote. So, and there we go. Yeah, let's let time roll. The Pope sends us money, and we always are thankful to our good friend the Pope for sending money. In terms of what nice. He brought in additional taxes, and he brought in 1,200. Man, that's a lot. We could prepare Greek fire drum-ons, but I don't think we really need to do that just yet. As I mentioned, we can't do this Varangian Guard. Yeah, see here. Any realm county is Norse. We need at least 5 Norse courtiers, or one of our allies needs to be Norse. The Norse don't exist anymore, so I don't think we'll be able to get a Varangian Guard here. I don't know, maybe the like Greek or Swedish and Norwegian count for that, but somebody let me know if it does. But what we really want to do is adopt centralized administration, and we are pretty good on that, except we need to have our vassals' opinion of us be 50 or more. So we're going to need to start boosting the opinion of a bunch of our vassals, so I'm going to start swaying some of them over to our cause here. And yeah, we'll go with that. So in terms of the vassals that are actually Sax Romish, I'll get time going. I know there's probably a bunch of you who are just like, start the time already. So Duchess Dubrava obviously is not Sax Romish. She's Polish, so she didn't convert over. We are pregnant, which is absolutely wonderful. Duke Gelder of Steermont, he is Sax Romish, and he's a good Catholic man. Duke Matthias of Philippopolis, he is not. He's Bavarian. So actually what I'd like to do is potentially offer guardianship, and we'll raise him ourselves, and we'll convert his culture here. So I think that will be rather fitting there. Obsikion, he's Cisalpine, so we're not going to be able to get him onto our side there. Duchess Vienke, she is Sax Romish. Duke Lunardo, he's Cisalpine as well. And Duke Dionysos is Sax Romish, but he's Orthodox. Can we... No, his son's 15, so we're not going to get to convert them. So yeah, most of our vassals are not Sax Romish, but that's fine. We'll slowly work on them. If we can get Duchess Dobrawa off to our side, then we'll ask to raise her children up to be proper Sax Romish. So that should be absolutely fine, I do believe. In terms of what we're doing here, I do think that we'll keep you on collect taxes for a little while. We could try to start promoting the culture and get, Constantinople to become a Sax Romish culture. But I don't think we'll start that just yet. I want to build up a little bit more money here because we were on a bit of a spending spree. Duke Everardo is just kind of doing the usual. I'm fine with that. Everything looks relatively fine in our council. Can we get our crown authority up? No, we got to wait till 1254. 5 more years. Somebody remind me in like an episode or 2 from now to increase my crown authority. Put it in the comments if you remember it. Let's see. We're getting some sieges 1 here. Oh, looks like a big battle's coming in. Oh, and Duchess Dobrava comes in with 160 bucks. So thank you, Duchess. We do appreciate that money. Looks like our armies are preparing to engage in a battle here, so we will allow them to do so. Oh, come on, you're running? You Aragonese cowards. Ooh, nice. We got an available Dynasty Legacy. Do we want to continue down glory and take earning respect, personal scheme phase length, 20 days faster, monthly diplomacy lifestyle experience plus 10%? That doesn't really sound all that good. Bounteous loins, vibrant court. I could maybe see erudition. Guile, no. Law, warfare. What about legitimacy? Rightful rulers, control growth plus 0.1 per month, and popular opinion plus 5. I actually kind of like this one. What else do we get? Lasting line. Each heir starts with the lasting line modifier, boosting their legitimacy gained by 10% for their first 10 years of power. That's nice. Sons of Our Father Dynasty Opinion unlocks the espoused legitimacy intent. Ooh, yeah, okay. Divine Mandate. Dieu et mon droit. Oh my god, my French. Well, whatever that says. Your select a 5th level education trait to make more common within your dynasty. Ooh, that's a good one. I don't think we'll ever get there, but I think we are going to go down this legitimacy route here. All right, let's roll time. Come on, can we engage the Aragonese army here? It looks like we are going to get them, and it looks like we're absolutely going to trounce them because they're all split up. They're not going to be able to hold on against us. And that does increase the prestige of the Rabe dynasty banner here. Oh man, they got absolutely just crushed in this battle here, and they retreat. Oh, how they retreat. Well, that is well done. Our armies absolutely destroyed the Aragonese there. Give us only a 13% boost, but that's totally fine. Take a look at the details. How did we lose? Paradox devs, whichever one of you watches my videos, and I'm sure that there's one at least, they came in with 26,000 troops. And we only suffered 92 casualties. Please explain. Please explain indeed. But in any case, no major events, but we did capture Leon de Dongas. Leon de Dong. Leon de Dong. He got captured in that battle. Well, he will languish in the prisons of the French king, that's for sure. Spreading the word. The words for this missive must be chosen carefully. Any loose phrases for my message to my vassal Chrysogonos will not be looked kindly upon, but his support of the mighty endeavor for Rabe would be a boon indeed if I get it right. What is something he would approve of? He's a driven person? No, he doesn't seem very driven. He could also be a tale of revenge. He doesn't seem vengeful. Perhaps to be as truthful. I could phrase it in such a way as to flatter him. He's not humble, but he is honest and fickle. I think we'll try to be as truthful as possible. And he's pleased. So he starts to promote our legend. Well, that's good news. All right, looks like the AI does vaguely understand carpet sieging. Probably better than I do, to be honest, considering how I usually manage my armies. But we always win, don't we? Don't we, Wanderers? My ward Matthias and his little friend Johann, my son, have taken a copy of the scriptures from the study and brought it into the playroom. They spent hours trying to study what was written on the pages, talking about the Lord and the many mysteries. Oh, my dear son and Matthias here. Let's see, it's all nonsense, boy, ignore it. No, of course, you do well treating the holy words with reverence. Matthias becomes humble. And so, yeah, that's nice to know that my son here is becoming a good Catholic boy as well. And that is the current situation of the city of Devil, my lady, Dionysios. Man, that's a tongue twister of a name. It seems there's been small riots lately in the street due to an outrage over their hatred of their liege lord, Countess Bozislava. The only one who has managed to keep things from getting out into outright violence has been Mayor Aranka, who has been quite popular with the locals. So let Mayor Aranka be in charge then. She's Hungarian. Duchess Bozislava is Czech. Let's see. I don't want to give some money. Rural festival? We could give a little bit of money. Why not? Sure, let her have her festival. We are a charitable individual, obviously. It's nice to know that we can have our entire army raised up and we're still breaking even here, or we're a little bit in the black, so. Our son's first enrobing. He's stolen our garments and he looks upon us with maniacal glee. What a little scoundrel he is. Oh, Johann. Little troublemaker there. Oh yeah, and we are pregnant. 8 months. Oh, we're going to have a kid right away here. His traits are going up. He's actually like looking pretty good here in terms of his traits. So love to see it. All right, sieges seem to be going fine. The Aragonese army is coming in again. With the babe cradled in his arms, Kaiser Alphonse's gaze meets mine. His eyes are full of loving devotion. My love, let us name her Marguerite after you. Well, if you insist. Oh, and another kid who's intelligent. All of our kids are just brainiacs over here. A lovely idea. Marguerite it is. Sure. Princess Marguerite. Yeah, all right. I don't mind it. Are they coming in to attack? Doesn't look like it. They're also suffering from attrition, so not too stressed about that. The Despotisa of Hellas likes us a little bit more. All right, let's keep these sieges up and let's get these Aragonese dealt with, please. Oh, looks like we are going to engage them in another battle. Raising rumors. As I promenade down the stairs and across the courtyard, I reach one of the corridors from where the servants usually watch our children. But it's not them that I find. Cecilia's voice reaches me loud and clear, and I conceal myself among the stone pillars. What has Kaiser Manuel done anyways? Was there any of us to see her so-called legend that Kaiserine Marguerite so loudly proudly makes us proclaim? Pretend we heard nothing? Ugh, you there. No, I think that this might be one time where our humility does, you know, this is our father she's talking about. She feels offended. Yeah, well, we feel offended too. This is our half-sister. You're talking about our father here. Cecilia, come on. Show a little respect for your dad. Oh, actually, the armies here are split up and no, we're gonna win this. Oh man, our German soldiers are just undefeatable. Someone's planning to kill Sergios. Not good, but I'm sure he'll be fine. All right, let's crush their army there. Oh, looks like they're gonna get a yeah, that's unfortunate for them. They're just gonna keep getting crushed here. 65% war score. Yeah, let's get this army as well. And we will deal with all of this. Is it just me, or is Serbia looking a lot bigger than it used to be looking? Might have to deal with them at some point there. Okay. I'm not actually too opposed to how the AI manages the armies here. It seems to be doing a relatively fine job. The attrition that it's taking isn't great, but worthy. Singers occupy a wooden dais, filling the night with music. And now I'll listen, a mighty endeavor for Rabe. The clamor of my courtiers fills the room, but we wonder if we are worthy. Of course we aren't worthy. We are a sinner. And sinners are never worthy. So that was the option we will choose there. Yeah, I think that we're handling this relatively well. I mean, we're not doing anything here. In the caverns of the mind, darkness and cold dwell in these catacombs. The temptation to stare here comes upon me. Just hide, forget about everything else, and urge. Kaiserine Marguerite, Count Bjorn's figure appears around the corner. What are you doing down here? What a fateful encounter. I've traveled many days and nights to find you. Your legend, I must confess, it moves me. My beloved, my dear, Alphonse stands next to him. I was worried about you. Well, Bjorn, you have moved me. I cannot let my people down. No, I think that we obviously have to turn to our husband for his invaluable support, and plus 20% fertility is a nice little bonus. We're going to have lots of kids to marry off for lots of alliances, and maybe we can start to play things a little bit like the House von Habsburg, perhaps. We shall see. Siege is going well over here. This one's going to be done 93%. Can we get any more war score from battles? No, we're maxed out there. Looks like we are going to try to engage them in one more fight. So I'll trust the AI on this one, and we'll let them manage that. We seized the Maritime Trading Handbook. Okay. All right, let's go crush their armies one more time here. Oh, they try to run, but you can run, but you cannot hide from us. Ludmilla? Who is this? This is some random girl. Ooh, wow. Okay. Ooh, we inherited the Duchy of Upsikion and 3 other titles from... Oh, nice. So Duke Everardo died under mysterious circumstances. I'm not going to be opposed to that, because that means that we can now put a proper Saxe-Romisch ruler in charge of these lands here. Grant to a noble of the Saxe-Romisch culture. Who do we got here? A terrible one. Okay. Who's ruling this here? Holder? The Baron? This is the county capital, is it not? Oh, Lapadion is? Lord Mayor. Ooh, could we get a little republic going on here? This guy's relatively good. Honest, callous, but just. Oh, maybe we give him, maybe we get a little republic going on over here. Let's give this one to another Saxe-Romisch guy. Yeah, you know what? I want to create a merchant republic in our realm, so I'm going to give him the duchy. He is Saxe-Romisch. So now we have a grand mayor in our realm, which is always cool. You like to have a couple republics if you can. So, and it's going to be like the only one in this part of the world. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. And I love to see it. So, we've now got the Republic of Obsikion. And honestly, it's not that bad of a place to have one here, considering its positioning here, right on the Sea of Marmara. So, yeah, honestly, pretty good. I'm happy with that. We do need a new marshal. Who do we want? Leon Kematopoulos. Leonardo the Venetian? No, he's not very good. Duchess Dobrava? Oh, man. You're just not a martial character. I think we got to put Leon in that position there. I do want to give Duchess Dobrava a position here. Maybe you could replace Manuel Holobolos. She is starting to like us more, and if we do, oh yeah, that boosts her up to 73. So yeah, I think that's totally fine there. So now that, okay, and this guy likes us 100. This guy likes us 78. Leonardo likes us only 35. Okay, so we got to start to sway Leonardo. And then that should probably be all of our powerful vassals here as yeah, so we should actually be able to do this decision pretty soon here. I think that I think that this guy over here, Duke Leonardo, is our last vassal that we're going to need to turn over to that. Is a Catholic? Oh wow, look, Catholicism is starting to spread in these lands over here too, which is nice to see. How did this turn SRE? Wow, probably because when the Germans were in charge, or the Georgians. A gift fit for the hustle and bustle is palpable among the traveling merchant stalls. The temporary shacks are stacked to the rafters and contain all manner of knickknacks. These places are positively radiant and would make a lovely gift. As Kaiser Alphonse and I walk by one of the merchants peddling jewelry, he hesitates and leans closer for a look. Oh, well, let's buy it for him. 720, maybe we don't. The gift of my company is bright enough. That's so expensive. Who's ruling this now? Duke Lucino? Well, you know what? We're going to have to raise you to be a proper Saxe-Romisch. So let's bring you over here. And it's unfortunate. Oh, but he's not a powerful vassal anymore because he's just a kid. Come on. Yeah. Okay, so we can do this as soon as we're not at war. So that is absolutely perfect. And this war is going to be over pretty soon here. Yeah, this siege is just about finishing up. It's probably going to give us most of the war score we need. Let's see, 97%. Yeah, we're really close there. Just need a little bit more war score here. And then we'll be able to switch out. Oh, and we can upgrade our legend as well. Perfect. Let's increase the quality of that. That's going to boost us even more. Our legitimacy is going to soon be equivalent to our actual status. And man, things are going really well for us. The treasury's looking good. Man, the war over here, our French allies are going to have the Aragonese beaten back a little bit, which is good because the Aragonese were getting a little arrogant-anese, if you catch my drift. Somebody's scheming against Sergios. Oh man, why does everybody want to kill Sergios? He's just a good guy. What did he ever do to anybody else? Oh wow, Duchess Cecilia was granted Transjuriana. Okay. Oh nice, and we get this new wandering perk. I've already decided which one I want to go with, and that's Know Your Land, Know Your People. Parochial Vassal plus 10, Minor Landholder plus 10. Same realm marriage acceptance for self plus 50. Same realm marriage acceptance for close family plus 25. And unlocks the tutoring trip travel option. That one I like because that means that our kids can get bonuses when we travel. But now that we've done that, I don't think I want to continue down this too much more. I think we're going to switch over to domain focus and start working on this because we're getting huge bonuses. Look at this. Basically plus 50 monthly experience. That's huge. And that is, we're going to be gaining perks for that very quickly. Our chroniclers found another legend. My personal physician enters my court. My Kaiserin, I've searched for the records and found some information that would indicate your line could be traced all the way back to the great Hebrew dynasties. Oh my gosh, we're going to start thinking we really are a religious icon here. No wonder our father was named a saint. Some people may find this a little far-fetched, and it would take some effort to prove it to be true, but there's strong groundwork to make you a living legend. Wow, you gained the Hebrew progeny legend seed. Well, once we complete our current legend, maybe we'll do that one there. But yeah, looks like this war is going to be finished up pretty quickly over here. Yeah, 100%. All right, they just need to go and click it in. Maybe we'll get this last siege done with just in the nick of time to get maybe some siege money out of it. And there we go. All right, so King Philip gained, he got a lot of land from that, you guys. That is good to see. Oh yeah, look at that. France. Yeah, France is looking pretty good right now, gotta say. Pretty glad to have them as our allies. Fellow servant of the Lord, as our order the Knights Templar grow, we need more land with which to organize the defense of the Catholic faith. The city of Voden is perfectly suited. Oh yeah, and he wants to give us that much money? Where is Voden? City of Voden. Oh, yeah, sure, have it. Your request is granted. For God. And look at that. The money is just flowing in, which is good because we're just about to drop half of it on this decision. Adopt centralized administration. I've heard that this changes a lot of things in the game. And, well, I guess we're going to find out because here it is. A new era. Reorganizing a realm the size of the Römisches Reich is no small feat. Oh my gosh. What the... What is going on here? So, okay. Huh. Well, I have not played with this administrative government yet, so I imagine I'm going to be a little overwhelmed. Reorganizing a realm the size of the Römisches Reich is no small feat. What was once a network of personal loyalties is now a state with governors and officials. Some parts of the realm remained untouched by this reform, such as Duke Matthias of Philippopolis mistrusts the very idea of a state faith and rejects my reforms. This cannot be tolerated for long. As legalism spreads throughout the realm, no doubt notions of family and vassalage will give way to civic pride and centralization. Wow, interesting. Yeah, okay. I like it. Let's oh boy. So we have an estate now? And stuff? Administrative government? Many are the families of noble roots and dignity among the citizens of the Römisches Reich. Very few, however, sit at the table of the Kaiserin, sharing in the responsibilities and honors of steering the ship of state. Few have real power, but today Rabe is among them. It's now considered a Roman powerful family. Okay, interesting. Okay, huh. If anybody has played with the administrative government there, wow, this is like an entirely new thing here. Okay, fascinating. A lot of interesting stuff here that I will definitely have to dive into because wow, interesting. Very cool though. Yeah, like I said, I'm going to take a look at this in between episodes, try to get my bearings. I would welcome any suggestions you guys have. Like, oh, is this... Oh, we have our own estate here? Very cool. Yeah, I'm going to take a look at all of this in between episodes so I can get my bearings a little bit. But yeah, fascinating developments. You know, our realm is looking pretty powerful. Love to see it. But that will be the end of this episode. Thank you all for watching. As always, if you want to support the channel, Just give this video a like, maybe subscribe if you haven't already. And if you want to support it a little bit more, you can join on Patreon or on YouTube and you know, do what you will with that. Maybe even make a character that will work its way into the series. But until the next time, Wanderers, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.